sure to follow our amazing sponsors, Fiya Infusion, Tax Strategy, Ask Blue Jay, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, and Black Dollar Days. And be sure to tune into our other programming throughout the week. All right, y'all, let's get it. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to another week of the Blueprint Live with your girl, MzMetchi. Brought to you by Philly 101.5 and Indy 95.3 and Fluent Radio. Shout out to our partners, Be Your Own Kind and Ms. Zeewiththetea, honey. And thank you to our amazing sponsors, Tax Strategy, Black Dollar Days, Fiya Infusions, and last but not least, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Okay, tune in every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time and at 9 p.m. Eastern Time in Philly. All right, y'all, it's showtime. Let's get it.
What it do? Your favorite cousin Young Jock checking in, and right now you're tuned into the Blueprint Live with my favorite MzMetchi. All right, hey man, you know what it is. Keep doing what you're doing and keep it right here. Chill.
Yo, what's happening in? What's happening in? Oh, it's your boy $2 Fabo, Bankhead Fabo. Oh, hey man, check this out. I want y'all to tune in right now to the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi, and I want you to tune in every Thursday at 6:30 Central Time. Oh, Fabo!
Hey, Renita on her phone.
I'm sharing.
Share it up. Let's go.
Yes, make sure you hit that share button
Quick. We just gonna jam out real quick. Hey, I love me some Not Them. This is Glitter by Not Them. Okay, if you just tuning in, let's get the microphone over there.
Everything that glitters isn't gold. Oh, don't you know? Everything that glitters isn't gold.
Oh, wait, yeah, we got it.
Everything that glitters isn't gold.
We just had to jam out real quick. Happy Thursday, y'all. Welcome back to another week of the Blueprint Live. I'm your girl, MzMetchi. Thank you so much for checking in. And I have my friend, y'all. This my friend, y'all. My friend and my business partner. Y'all know I talk about her every week. This is Miss Renita from Be Your Own Kind. Hi, everyone. Hey, girl. She is joining me tonight, and tonight it's a great show, y'all. It's a lot. I got a real heavy hitter right now. Okay, that is in our virtual backstage. Okay, like I'm so excited to get into it. But before we do that, if you're looking to advertise on the Blueprint Live, make sure you reach out to me. Visit the bpmediaco.com for more information, okay? I would love to highlight you. Remember, this show, it's not about me. It's about you, okay? So make sure you go ahead and reach out. If you like the song that I opened to tonight, that was Not Them, and the song is called Glitter. Ooh, baby. And I mean, I don't know about you, but did you feel like the glitter was coming down?
I was feeling the glitter. I was also feeling that whole entire playlist.
You need to go ahead and if you haven't already, follow the Blueprint Live playlist.
Yes.
That all the artists, everyone that's been on the show, including my guest tonight, I'm actually going to add her songs on there, because I want you guys to listen. I've curated this list from all of the artists that I've been able to bring you on the show. So it's available on Spotify. I need to duplicate that. Yes. I probably should.
Yes.
And that's going to be a task for another week. If you're just tuning in, make sure that you drop those businesses in the comments if you're tuning in live with me, okay? I want to connect with you. There is somebody out there that needs what you have to offer. So go ahead and drop them. Drop in the comments. Girl, my lash trying to do something weird.
It's
like,
cute.
It's
cute.
Crawling on my face. Like,
why? It's cute. I don't see the legs.
Why is it doing that? Like, before we go any further, gotta thank my amazing sponsors, okay? So shout out to Tax Strategy. Now, look, it's April. I've been talking to them about the taxes since the beginning of the year, sis.
I know, but you know how I am about taxes.
All right, Wesley Snipes, no shade. No shade. It's tax time. If you have not already, if you don't have a tax preparer, I need you to go ahead, reach out to our good friends at Tax Strategy, okay? They serve all 50 states, so you have no excuse at this point. Now, if you are like some of my friends, you like a little bit of sticky to the icky, I need you to go ahead and follow our good friends at Fiya Infusion, okay? They got everything you need. So make sure that you subscribe and go ahead and get some of that in your life, okay? You need that fire. Shout out to Paris Ice Bar. This is one of our newest sponsors. She is a mobile bartending service, and she is able to service all of the states as well. So, yeah, if you're looking for a bartender, I need you to go ahead. Let's do this. Let's get flued out. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, real quick. And tonight, so look, it's a new show. It's a new show on Netflix called The Ultimatum.
Yeah, I saw that.
And Renita and I are going to be talking about that very soon on Sis Glow Up. We coming back, y'all. But in light of that show coming out and us about to embark on that journey of watching the first season, tonight's topic is going to be, would you ever issue your partner an ultimatum? I want to hear from you guys. If you've done it, I want to know about it. So make sure that you join us for the topic of the day for that segment. Now, look, my special guest tonight, y'all, I mean, she is just black girl magic.
Yes, all the way around.
And she's at such a level, and the fact that like she was like sharing, Renita and I were talking about this before the show. She shared it up, she supported, you know what I'm saying? And that really, really spoke to me, and I'm really excited to talk to her tonight. So without further ado, I am bringing in my special guest. Okay, Miss Storm, are you ready? She ready. Okay, about to bring in Miss Storm. Hold on, let me get her in real quick. Hey.
Hi, queens. How are y'all?
Hey, queen.
We are good. How are you?
I am blessed. I can't complain. I cannot complain.
Definitely. Well, look, I have been excited to talk to you all week. All week. And for those that don't know, and you let me know if I miss anything, okay?
Oh, I'm sure you will, but it's okay. You do you, girl.
That's okay. I think I do enough. I won't miss too many. Okay. Miss Storm, she is a songwriter, artist, an actress, publisher, and entrepreneur. She is a boss chick, y'all.
Hey, you ain't missed nothing. Besides being a mommy, that comes with that's
number one.
Yeah, that's right.
That's number one. Well, look, I just, you know what? Your story, I was reading your story, and Miss Storm, like you are really giving it to the people. You're all about women empowerment.
Absolutely.
And everything to lift us up. And I was listening to your music. You are definitely one of the pillars that's for our people.
That means everything. I'm so glad you said that, Queen. That means everything. We have to unite each other. We have to support each other. I'm all about that. I know what it's like not to have that support. I was listening to your introduction, and you were saying how it was like, it sounded like a little bit of amazement that, wow, she shared my stuff. Why wouldn't I? You a sister doing your thing out there. You in Philly or Chicago?
I'm in Chicago.
Okay, that's what I thought. You in the Chi.
Yeah.
Stick together. I'm all about, unity, collaborating with other people, professional, like-minded individuals. And that's what it's about. That's partially why I'm successful as I am, from people like that. So it's only right to be the same person. Exactly.
That's right. But you know what, Miss Storm, you'd be surprised that, I've been doing my show for about 3 years, and I'll have some people that is just like, I'm like, they may not want to share it. And I'm like, man, and I think when you have that spirit of always wanting to support others, it'll take you back a little bit, but it doesn't stop you.
It does not. It does not.
Definitely. Well, look, I love for my guests when they come on to kind of walk us through, give us a little bit of a journey to where they are now. And we're gonna go back in time, Miss Storm.
We're gonna tell my age, girl. We don't have
to do that.
No, I'm just joking. I don't mind. So yes, thank you again for having me on the show, Queen. I'm elated to be here. Nice meeting you as well, Queen. And let's get into it. So I'm an award-winning songwriter. I've been writing since probably professionally for about the last 15 years. I've done every genre of music you could possibly think of, from R&B to gospel to blues to ragtime to alternative rock. I just love music. It's my favorite way to communicate. I'm really an introvert, extrovert. So music is how I really express myself. If I'm in a room, I'm like a fly on the wall. But in the studio, and when I'm performing, it's like, that's when I really get to, really express myself the way that I like to express myself. So yeah, I'm also a publisher. I publish a lot of music in different reality shows, commercials, video games, things of that nature. And I'm also a motivational speaker. I have a motivational speaking company, a nonprofit company here in Atlanta, Georgia. called the Moving Mountains Foundation. And I'm also the creator of the Black History Month Ciphers, which is an annual event that I throw as of right now here in Atlanta, but I'm trying to go worldwide with it. But right now, it's for the last 4 years, we've been doing it annually here in Atlanta, Georgia for Black History Month. So.
Okay, that's amazing. That's amazing. Bringing all the artists together.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Definitely. And I think we talked about it a little bit before we went live, but I did just want to note, like, you've toured the US and been around with like a lot of the hot artists and everything.
Oh yeah, early in most of their careers as well as mine, which is so funny. So
yeah,
I've toured with, let me think, Lord have mercy, Keisha Cole, Shauna from the Shy. Shout out to Shauna and her brother, Buddy Guy. Shout out to the whole Shy. I love Chicago. I've toured with Lil Wayne. I've toured with Babs from the Making the Band era, Trina, DJ Khaled. Before DJ Khaled, We the Best. I toured with DJ Khaled before he was DJ Khaled, Terror Squad. Oh goodness, I know I'm leaving out some people, but them the ones I can remember.
Well, you know what? I did want to know, because with some of the artists that have come on, they of course haven't had like that experience yet. They're still like up and coming. What was it like? Give us the tea.
Honestly, I have stories, child, for days. So let me just jump into it. Touring with the females, I toured with Lil' Kim, Shauna, Babs, and Trina. And it was an all-female tour, and I was the opening act. That was one of the most amazing experiences, because seeing all this Black girl magic happening right in front of me. I mean, legends like Shauna, Lil' Kim, Trina. Those are legends. You know what I'm saying? To me, they are the pillars. They're the ones who opened the door for so many different topics that most females were scared to talk about, especially Lil' Kim and Trina. I mean, it's just it would be no Cardi or Nicki without them. So I'll pay homage
that part.
And just watching them perform, watching how, oh my God, like just watching their whole team, how these women come on with teams. I mean, they have someone to tie their shoes, to do their hair, to do their makeup. At that point in my career, I was nowhere. I didn't have a team.
I am the team.
I was the team. I was just happy to be there. I was just happy to be there, to have an opportunity to witness what it's like, once I get to that level. Because I'm like, wow, I was taking notes, girl, taking notes. But then I toured with Crime Mob and Lil Wayne. When Lil Wayne was not nowhere near as big as he is now. He was still, I can't even remember this is a long
Okay. Look. Now you're telling it.
Yes, girl. I'm talking about Nicki Minaj wasn't in the equation. Drake wasn't in the equation. I don't even know if Cash Money was even in the equation when I toured with Lil Wayne. And when I tell you, he is the kindest, sweetest, chivalrous man I've ever met. He is nothing like what you would expect him to be, being a hip hop artist and saying the things that he may say in a song. He was so sweet, so kind, so, I mean, just a pleasure to be around. I mean, he opened doors for me, asked me if I needed anything. And I was a nobody. I was a complete nobody. Nobody knew who I was. It was like, who is this girl? What's she about to go do? You know what I'm saying?
She about to kill it.
Right. That's what I did, girl. And, before, he even knew who I was, though, he was just kind and sweet and just, treated me like everyone else. And I will never forget that ever, because it was just like, wow. It was refreshing, because I had some situations that it was not that kind. It was, like treating me like a groupie, like, oh, well, meet us, like, whoa, like I'm an artist. I'm an artist too.
Like, what are you talking about?
So you get those situations too. It's not easy being a female, especially in a hip hop dominated, a male dominated industry, and in hip hop, being a hip hop artist as well. You get those situations where,
And I did want to ask you about that, like, being a woman within a male dominated industry, like, what were, if you care to share, maybe some of the challenges that you might have faced, and like, how were you kind of able to bump through those to continue to keep rising?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't mind talking about it at all. I mean, it's something that I'm going through even right now. It's better than it was, 10 or 14 years ago when I first started touring and getting my name out here. But it's still a very male dominated industry. But we do have, you know, a lot of women that's stepping up and being vice presidents of these labels and A&Rs and execs, you know, and climbing their way up the ladder. But, you know, it is very different. But the good thing is being in this for so long, I'm watching it change. I'm watching, you know, a lot of times, you know, even the promoters in the clubs we'll go to perform at were males. But now I'm starting to see females, and it's kind of shocking. It's like, okay, where he at? I'm like, oh, I'm right here. I'm like, oh, okay, hey, okay, cool. It makes you feel a little more. It makes me feel a little bit more comfortable, you know, working, because females know what we need. They know what we expect. They know, you know, if we need to have a moment of, you know, a place of solitude in between the show, anything like that. They just think about those things, and where males don't, you know. A male's dressing room is nothing like a female's dressing room.
It's definitely a lot different, I would imagine. we do pay attention to those details.
Absolutely. So,
for sure. And you know, so you're with your music, you know, and thank you for just sharing your, you know, like everything that you've been through up until this point, because you have your song Quicksand, and that video, Miss Storm, you did that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Queen. Thank you so much. That was something that I was not even planning on doing. It was just something that came because, you know, being a Black woman in America, we always are focused around, you know, social injustice and stuff, because it's stuff that we have to deal with on a regular basis. But going as far as putting an album together and, you know, creating a whole song around social injustice and political things and police brutality, I didn't see that in my future. But being an artist and watching George Floyd and watching Ahmaud Arbery and watching all these countless people that have, you know, suffered right in front of our face, died and was murdered, and some of them was even lynched. I had a friend that I went to school with in Ohio who was lynched in California in 2020. And like, yeah, that was just like, wow. Like, I mean, it was just like back to back, like punches in the face, stabs in the back. And I was like, man, I came in my studio and I was like, I gotta say something about this. Like, it has to be talked about. So yes, that's where Quicksand.
No, it was very heartfelt, and I'm, you know, I'm very big when I watch videos, like wanting the video to correlate with the song, and then like even just the opening scene. I don't want to. Well, first off, y'all need to go and follow her on YouTube, okay? if you want to get the, you know, you want to see the video, but no, I watched it, and just even from the opening scene of the video, I was just like, wow, you know, and just even the images of the, you know, the different people that you named, Breonna Taylor. Like all of those images coming back, and just to, for me, it's different. I listen to a lot of music naturally, you know. I'm promoting independent artists, so a lot of times it's, let's be honest, Miss Storm,
I know,
shaking ass, they, you know,
money, murder,
we in the club, pop, and I like those songs too, but
we like those,
we do. You do need substance, and balance. And it just, when I heard it, I was just like, wow, you know, I mean, we're not getting too many of these type of songs, you know.
Absolutely. I'm not even gonna lie to you, Queen. When I finished the song, I sat on it for almost a year before I even released it, because I said, am I ready for this type of controversy that's going to come from this record? Granted, I'm making it for us, but I've had people even of our, you know, ethnic group come at me like, you know, what about, I had a lady come to me, she DM'd me a couple of nights ago, and she said, the song is cool, I watched your YouTube video, but what about Black on Black crime? When we gonna start talking about that? When my son was murdered by, and you know, she told me her son was murdered by another young Black man in her community, and when was we gonna talk about that? And I had to write her a long, heartfelt message, you know, to respond to her and thank her for, you know, even responding and sharing her story with me. But you know, the reality is, our people are hurt, and hurt people hurt people.
Exactly.
That's right.
And so I had to break that down to her. But I have songs that I'm working on this particular project that is speaking about that too. That's why I call it Black Dreams. I'm talking about the African American experience as a whole, from our own people hurting each other into the, you know, the other people hurting us. I'm talking about the entire experience. So it's really going to be it's a very, very powerful project. It took a lot out of me to even forced myself to put 7 songs together for this project because you know, life is real, and a lot of times with music, we don't want to be reminded of how real our reality is sometimes. So I'm getting a handful of, a big handful of people who love it and was like, man, this is something we that's missing. We need it. I mean, I've gained so many followers and fans for just releasing this project, and I just dropped this project February 2nd, and it is going crazy. It is
I was like this. I'm like, the video even on YouTube, I was like, it's doing so well, you know, and it should. That's what we got to start getting more out to the people. You know, we can shake our butts too, but let's really talk about the real things that are going on.
You know, music is powerful. You know, I have, like I was telling you earlier, I have 4 children, teenagers, and I listen to the stuff that they listen to. And I'm not saying nothing's necessarily wrong with it, but too much of it, when it's, you know, popping perks, popping pills here, catching bodies here, shooting a nigga here, shooting a nigga there. After so much of that in your mind and in your brain, it starts to become, if a nigga do get shot, it's you desensitized to it. If you do, you overdose on pills. Oh yeah, they do that all the time, you know. So I'm just trying to bring balance to this whole thing. I feel like, you know, being a mother, being an artist, it's kind of like my responsibility to bring that balance, you know.
Absolutely. I can't wait to hear more. I can't. Now when is Black Dreams coming out?
I have not set a release date for it because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It is a dark album. It's called Black Dreams for a reason. And once y'all hear the rest of the songs on this album and see the rest of the visuals, because I got 3 more videos, that's gonna blow your mind. That's gonna blow your mind. When you see it, it's probably gonna make you cry. Without a doubt, it's gonna make you cry. I go really deep off the deep end on this project. So because it's so dark and so heavy, let me use that word. Because it's so heavy, I'm just trying to, you know, the summer about to come. I got a nice hot record that's about to pop off for the summer, girl. It's a feel good family reunion barbecue type of joint. I'm gonna release here coming up in the next couple of weeks, and then I'm gonna go back to Black Dreams and, you know, see how we can. I don't have a release date for it yet. I just tried it out with that quicksand and see how that goes.
Look, tell them it's coming soon. Okay,
it's coming soon. Yeah,
and you know what?
Meantime, check out that quicksand if you have it
on YouTube. Okay, let them know your YouTube name.
So the YouTube, everything that I do is on all my social media platforms is one Miss Storm, and that's the number 1 MISSSTORM.
Yes. You already, you know, I subscribed already.
Yes, girl. Thank you.
So look, I did want to touch on, now you also have a production company, Ear Candy. So can you tell me more about that? Like I was looking, I'm like, I want to know more about this.
Yes. So Ear Candy Productions is a company that I started in Columbus, Ohio in 2010. Me and my business partner, April. Shout out to AD over in Columbus, Ohio. We started this company as a ghostwriting team. Me and her was Ear Candy, and we were just ghostwriting for a lot of different artists, helping them get their, you know, publishing and their performance rights organization stuff, copyrights and stuff, because me and my partner both came from music early on in our careers. My partner, she's phenomenal, just as phenomenal as me, but she likes to play in the back scene. She does all the back end stuff. But she is a producer for majority of the music that you heard from myself, and as well as the engineer. So she brought her knowledge to the table. I brought my knowledge to the table, and we started Ear Candy Productions. But now Ear Candy Productions has blossomed into something else. Here in Atlanta in 2012, we moved it here, and now we do casting calls. We do what's the word? Lord, took myself. We pretty much host different events, and we cast for different videos, events. If you need 10 actors, we'll get the 10 actors for you. Say you need 14 models in your video, we'll get the models for you. On top of that, other stuff that we do. So yeah, we do a lot, girl.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And you don't really hear about like the companies that are, you got to know that any audition you go to or anything, that there's somebody that's behind it that's going to put everything together.
Absolutely. And I found that out from being on the other end of going to auditions and finding different companies. And I'm like, man, I know a lot of people. I meet a lot of people. I network with a lot of people. I'm like, I think I'm going to start doing that too, you know? So that's kind of like how that went.
Oh my! And so it started in Ohio. Is it? And you now do it in Atlanta?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And
So
we can do it anywhere, but we're home. Our house is in Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That is awesome. Look, so all my artists, if you need some help,
yes,
you got the plug right here.
Right here. Y'all reach out to me. I love to help upcoming artists, aspiring artists, writers, producers, musicians, people trying to get into sync licensing, you know, any of those areas where you need help with, I'm here and available. And I love working with my people. So don't be afraid to reach out.
Absolutely. And speaking of which, you also have a nonprofit that specifically is dedicated to the motivational speaking. How can my listeners support the nonprofit and what you've got going on?
That is a good question. We do this from the kindness of our hearts. We don't ask for anything. We go to hospice centers, nursing homes. We go to schools, we go to colleges, we go to prisons, and we pretty much just give our story, give our testimony, and just try to help people with our verbiage. You know, however we can, if we have resources that we can help people with, just aligning people sometimes with other people that can help them is life changing. You know. So that's what we do. It's something that we do out of the kindness of our heart. So my company is called the Moving Mountains Foundation, but all of the volunteers are called lifesavers.
Ooh, I like that.
So M&M's the lifesavers because they're my two favorite candies.
Okay. Oh, wait, not your two favorite candies.
But it's a double entendre though. M&M, Moving Mountain, lifesavers. We're saving lives. You know, that's how
I love that.
Yeah. So
it's got to come from somewhere, right?
Absolutely.
we get our motivation from the things that we like.
Rarest things. It is.
So I know with Black History Month passing that with the BHM ciphers that's over with. Yeah. How do you like how can people, if they wanted to be a part of it for next year, how can they kind of get in on that?
Great question. Please go over to Instagram and it's at the BHM Cipher, CYPHERS, and you go ahead and DM that account. Let them know that you check out the ciphers, check out what we do, because it has been challenging for a lot of artists that I've actually invited to get on board with these ciphers, because there's no profanity, there's no cussing whatsoever, and you have to be uplifting our people. You can talk about past or present history that's, cultivating our culture in a positive way. And you'll be surprised how many artists have a hard time doing that. It is quite challenging, getting up there on a microphone and talking about something that maybe you don't talk about typically, that needs to be talked about,
That's right.
So, but we're always looking for dope artists, singers, poets, even people who draw or sketch. We would love to have you. Musicians, if you got anything you want to contribute to our culture, we have a platform for you. It's doing immensely well. I mean, it's something that came to me in a vision. Honestly, it wasn't another thing that I didn't, have any plan on doing. And now it's like,
it's big. It's big. I saw it. I was like this. I'm like, oh, it's just dripping Black excellence.
Yes,
okay.
Yes, we have to.
It was. Now, look, I know you have to run, but your journey has been amazing, and you have so much to offer, and I just want to know if you could leave anybody that's looking to jump into the music industry. If you could leave them with a tidbit or just a piece of advice if they are looking to branch into the music industry, what would that be?
Man, there's so much to say. I would tell you, some of the most amazing creatives walking this planet are hurting, are sad, are going through trials and tribulations that they just don't even know how to get out of. And I just want to tell each and every person that's listening that has some type of gift, the devil only attacks you when you got something worth attacking. So take all these trials and tribulations, because I don't want you to get it twisted at all, that I'm sitting here and I've done so much and I've worked with so many people. I've had a very hard life. I mean, very hard. I had roaches, rats, and bed bugs, everything you could think of. I'm from Skid Row, for real, and people meet me and they be like, oh, she might be bougie or uppity and be scared to approach me. And I know struggle. I have been through a lot, and everything I've been through has made me into the great artist that I am. Every great artist that I've ever worked with or had the pleasure of meeting has had it rough and wanted to give up, or may have given up at some point, but they had someone, in their corner motivating them, inspiring them, and they just didn't lose hope. So I would tell every artist out there, regardless of how hard it gets, keep cultivating your gift. Stay true to your creativity. It is a gift and it's given to you for a reason, and the world needs it. So don't give up on it. It's people out here like myself that will help you, you know, from the beginning to the end if need be, because the world needs your gift. It's given to you for a reason. Don't give up on it.
Ooh,
that's wonderful.
Girl, at least I just pushed my invisible pearl. Invisible pearl. Miss Storm, when I tell you, you know, it literally, and Renita, like, this is my friend for real. So her and I, you know, we talk very intricately, and it was so crazy. It's been a lot of things that's been going on the last couple of weeks, I would say, with the both of us. And we just have to tell each other, I'm like, keep going, you know, and she'll tell me, she like, you got this, keep going, you know. And it's just when you just have one, this is just one person. I'm thankful to have other people in my life, but I just, you know, what you just said, girl, that just hit me.
Confirmation. But that's how God works. God uses people to confirm what he's trying to say. And that's why, you know, the motivational speaking part and the M&M, the Moving Mountains Foundation, is so near and dear to me, because, you know, growing up in the lifestyle and the, you know, and the projects I'm from is just different. But you from the Chi, so you know. You know what I'm talking about, girl. Everybody don't know. I've been over in the Chi. But you know, it was hard. And sometimes, you know, sometimes it looked like all hope is gone and you turn to things and you forget your gift. You know, you put your gift on the shelf. Like, look, I got real life situations going on. You know, I can't focus on that right now. But make time for your gift, because your gift will make room for you. It will. I'm telling you, you just gotta have faith and believe in yourself.
Come through, Miss Storm. Yes, Miss Storm, look, you're delivering the sunshine in my life today.
Yes, I'm so happy. That is so good.
Okay, like, put your cash app up, y'all.
Ask the opera and played around.
Oh, she on fire. Okay, look. Oh my God, I just don't want it to end, girls. But she gotta go. Miss Storm got stuff to do. But look, what are some things that's coming up, like, you know, right now, or just even some things we can look forward to? Like, I just want to support it any way I can.
Absolutely, I appreciate that, Queen, from the bottom of my heart. Y'all, you just stay tuned. You know, I honestly have so much going on. And just this month alone, I'm going to be on a couple of other interviews. I got a couple of different, podcasts I'm going to be on and stuff. And every time I get a chance to just drop gems, I do, because I know that's important for us to do, you know. And yeah, I have a lot of new music that's coming up, and I'm going to surprise y'all. So just follow me on everything. One Miss Storm. I'm going to keep y'all in tune with everything I got going on as I get it going on.
That's right. That's right. Look, well, you all heard it here first. Miss Storm, this has just been a delight. I'm so thankful, girl.
Yes, I'm so glad that God confirmed whatever it was that you going through, that it's gonna be all right. I'm so glad that he used me to do that, because that's what it is at the end. She
just said she got chills. I'm like, I agree.
Y'all need confirmation, girl.
Absolutely. Well, look, you have a great rest of your night. Thank you again. I really appreciate you coming on tonight. It's been a pleasure.
You too. Thank you for having me, guys, and love you guys. Be safe. Take care of yourselves. All right.
Love you too. Okay. See you later. Bye. Y'all, Miss Storm.
Butterflies.
I just I'm like my heart. I'm like it that last word. That was a word.
That's one of them. I talked to Jesus this morning, and she spoke like he spoke through her.
Spoke to y'all. Okay. On that note, we're gonna take a little bit of a break, and then when we come back, we got tonight's Hate It and Love It. Y'all already know.
Tax season is among us. Make sure that you get with the pros at Tax Strategy to help you limit your tax liability and help you get back the maximum refund that you and your family deserve. Visit www.yourtaxstrategy.info for more information on setting up an appointment and getting the ball rolling on your taxes this year. Let them know that the Blueprint Media Company sent you. Hey, y'all, it's your girl, MzMetchi, checking in. Reminding you to shop my exclusive collection, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, where we've got shades and everything that you need to look fly. Oh, And we also offer accessories. So ladies, put a little bit of razzle dazzle in your collection today. Be sure to shop with me and follow on social media at Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Grab your products today at MzMetchi.com/shop. All right, y'all, it's time for Hate It and Love It. Let's get into it.
Hey, so we back. So I got my girl Renita with me. Like,
Yeah, a little tipsy.
it's lit. Wait, Renita did? So look, I'm sorry that I didn't get to some of you all's comments. I want to go ahead and go in here. We got Ma checking in. Ma, what's going on? And first off, shout out to Florida Radio, okay? Indy 101.5 and Philly Jamz 95.3, okay? Like, we
I know.
in Jersey, we in Philly, we in Chicago. Shout out to Floyd. She said, happy Thursday. Hey, ladies. Hey. China K, we got Jamz by Jazz, baby. Jamz by Jazz, okay? Hey, auntie. Thank you for checking in with me. I love you. CB3S3 Designs. CB3SD Designs. CB3SD Designs. Hey. Y'all make sure y'all go support Ma, okay? That's her business. I'm gonna do a video at some point to show all of my signs that CBS3 made for me, okay? Like, she's the truth. So if you need any signage, if you need like beautiful little things to put up to just remind you that you're an incredible person, or your family, if you like them, you can do that. Hey, boo, we got Miss Boss checking in. Y'all make sure y'all go and check her out. She is L&S Creations LLC. And yes, my Paris Ice Bar is a mobile bartending service. So I'm just getting back to the comments.
I'm interested in hiring her early.
Yeah. Shout out to Delicious Delights Eatery LLC. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. And my Auntie Tracy she put speak when Miss Storm was on there. That was a great interview.
That was an awesome interview.
It was awesome. Like,
I'm so encouraged.
I feel like I just want to go and conquer a whole bunch.
I know. After a nap.
She said, you are really doing the thing. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate you. That's my cousin. Hey, Kim. All right. So we about to act up now. we did all of that. Thank you, everyone. Drop those businesses if you are tuning in live with me. So my first hated it because Renita got to hate it and love it too. All right, y'all remember a few weeks ago on my segment, The Nerve, I told y'all about the sales manager that wanted the upscale box lunches. Yeah, so y'all already know that this is taking a left turn very, very quickly. Come with me though. So this same manager in March 15th, it was March 15th because I had to look at dates. I had to pull a few receipts. Go with me. She decides that she wants to utilize our lounge in our building. Okay. And for those that don't know, if you just tuning in, you don't know, I work in commercial real estate and do this. Okay. Several streams. That's what we're doing in 2022. Needless to say, she wanted to reserve the space. That was the only request, was for me to reserve the space. Everybody got that?
Got it.
Cool. Baby, yesterday, so my two managers were basically like, so does she have any deliveries coming in? Is there food? Is there drink? I'm like, so you know, I mean, I'm like, I'm going through my Outlook. I'm in the search bar. I'm like, you know, like, the only request was for me to block out the time and make sure that the lounge was closed so that she could host her after hour, you know, her happy hour event. I'm like, okay, this is all that's required of me. I confirmed that with them. I sent the email because you know me, I'm a receipts. So the ladies manager decided to call her to see what was going on. And she's like, so they don't have anything, like, so they don't have any like
was it supposed to magically appear?
Like food or drinks? Like, I thought I mentioned that in my email. So her manager was just like, you mentioned that that's what you wanted to get. Your only request was to actually block off the time. So I'm just like, okay. Ooh. I'm like, and okay. So the lady's like, okay, well, I'm going to order something from Benny's and I guess we'll just like do pizza or whatever. And this is not an exaggeration of the voice. This is literal. put a Fran Drescher on it. Y'all know I told y'all this the lady that sound like Fran Drescher. No shade.
Ooh, nasal, yeah.
I want pizza. So needless to say, she gets all that together. So then her manager is basically like telling, I'm spit. She tells her like, well, you can just have it addressed so it could come to D. And then y'all, it's a hate it and love it. Cause my manager was like, no.
Nope.
She's like, D has her own task that because they call me D at work. You know, they don't know how to say Demetria in corporate. But needless to say, she's like, no, we're not going to have it come to her. She needs to be here to accept her own stuff or whatever. So the time goes on. We get it established. She's supposed to do that. So then I was on the phone with BOMA, which is our like people, they take care of like the stuff for the high rises. And she was calling on the other line. Now, I don't recognize this number, but I'm like, I'm on the phone with BOMA. Like, they clearly bigger than whatever you got going on. So she tries to call and throw me under the bus. Like, I called D and she didn't answer. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, so they come around my desk congregating, trying to tell me about it. And I'm just like this. I'm sitting there, y'all, the stank face.
Right.
Like, I was on the phone with BOMA trying to put together something for the tenants that we have here. Cause I'm just like, the salespeople ain't been able to get too many people up in here. And y'all not saving the people that want to leave, you know? So I'm just like, I'm trying to get together something so we can retain these people. Like, I'm the one that got the relationship. I'm on the phone with BOMA. I'm not clicking over for none of y'all. It's my hated it is the simple fact that she is pulling this again and has not been reprimanded.
It's the whole entitlement for me. Like, you asked me to do one thing and you just expect me to keep doing everything else for you. She clearly expected that once she put that out there that it was all supposed to be together. Now, this is the thing. I'm not mad at anyone that's in management that is good at delegation. But the best thing, I've been in operational manager or management for what? Over 12 years. Oh,
so for me, I understand even within management that when you delegate, it's got to make sense. And then you also have to do something, right?
Right. Or give instructions, at the least.
I could have had it planned March 15th, right? Like, we could have had the liquor already there. We could have had the food already there. We could have had little place cards for people. She didn't even look at the RSVP list. She couldn't even tell us how many people was coming.
That's because you were supposed to handle it. So why would she look at it?
How would I look? How was I supposed to look at it?
Because it was expected of you. It was like one of them silent expectations.
I don't do silent expectations, Renita. I don't do them well.
I know that's in the corporate world. Let's be honest.
Yeah, like, and like I said, I would have to, even if I read to you all the email, there was no indication that I needed to do anything besides reserve that time and make sure that nobody was in there during that time. So my hated it is just like, you bad managers. If somebody's called you that, or you know, you get your reviews and you're not really doing that well, like, stop being like that and don't be lazy. I want to get into Ms. Boss's comment. She said she wants somebody else to do her work.
Exactly.
She wanted us to do everything. And then how about this? Oh, this is the kicker. Y'all thought that was it. She showed up 5 minutes before the event started. Let me take a sip.
How important was that?
The event was not even something that needed to be done. I'm just like, girl, you trying to invite these brokers to get them drunk or whatever the case is, and they're still not going to bring anybody here. Work harder. That's it. Renita, what's your hated it this week?
So, I know this is everywhere, and people might be sick of like talking about Will Smith. But I can see if this was a person that was not remorseful, that is not apologized, that is not stepped down from the Oscar, the Academy, whatever it is, that is not currently in rehab. He actually put himself into a one of those therapy, like inpatient,
like a retreat or something.
Yeah, or something like that. This is a person prior to the slap that has always held himself accountable, that is always, you know, tried to be the best man he could be. Even when he read, like, if you read his book, it's always talking about what he could have did better. And he always owned up to his shortcomings. Yeah. Now, to this point, we're going to cancel this person. One time he has done something.
In 30 years. 30 years. That's how long he been out.
And you know what got me the most, if we want to talk about hated it, was the judgment from Alec Baldwin, who actually killed a person and no one's allowed to talk about it. and has been a colossal public jerk
for years. For years. You honest. And my whole thing, I'm mad that story disappeared the way it did.
It did. It brushed under the rug. Now, I'm not saying he was right. I'm never saying that. But what I'm saying is, if anybody deserved grace, it was Will Smith.
Absolutely.
That's all I'm saying.
He's been phenomenal the entire time. And it's funny because the What's Happening, What's Up, that particular thing that I'm going to share with you. This was actually, this is T from MzMetchi. Shout out to MzMetchi. It's going to tie into that.
Okay.
It's going to tie into that. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think my love it was definitely, I have a couple of it. But I think the first one was definitely, as far as that situation I just told you all about at work, like, good management is having your people's back. Like, they was about to try to throw that on me, and I'm like, my manager made sure they threw it back and told me what to say if she came in talking crazy. She's just like, just telling you how your own stuff to do. Because I told you all a few weeks ago, I got an expansion to my role, somewhat of a promotion, where it's just like, I'm managing a whole different sector at this particular point. I don't have time to do your work because I got my own work to do.
Exactly.
So stop being privileged. That's that. I don't know. You go with your love it.
No.
Go with your love it.
Okay, my love it was just, I don't know, just having some fun conversations with family this week and friends. I started a sugar detox, which did not go too well this week. And I just want to
She been on one, y'all. Renita been on one.
Thank everybody for the support, because it was rough. It was rough getting off sugar, so I just need to do doses at a time. I cannot go cold turkey. I learned that. But it was really rough. It was really rough. However, I thank everyone who supported me through that.
Renita, it was rough. It was rough. We ain't gonna get too personal on that, but I was just like, I'm like, Renita, for real? Like,
I thought my husband was just gonna give me a spoonful of sugar like Mary Poppins.
You need some sugar in your life. No, but you know what? Honestly though, okay, I had one of my favorite little snacks is Hershey's cookies and cream bars.
Oh, that's good.
And I was like having like little like parts of it consistently, and then I tried to stop, and I felt myself like laying on my couch like I'm damn near about to go to the gas station to go grab like a king size one. It had got real. Sugar is more addictive, I feel like, than drugs.
It is. You know what tipped me off? I woke up with a taste for Applejack.
Shut up. She said that yesterday and I was in tears. I'm like, Applejack? I'm like, Applejacks of all the different cereals that all of the sweet. You don't want no Oops All Berries. You want some Applejack?
Or Captain Crunch or Cinnamon Toast Crunch, like the really sweet ones.
Sis, Applejacks be leaving an aftertaste.
Like apples.
Ugh. I eat them too. I'm messing with you. You know what? My love it is similar to yours. I this week. So it was my grandparents' birthday. So happy heavenly birthday to my grandmother, my grandma Daisy. She's such a sweet little lady. She's so sweet. Her birthday is on the 4th. And the funny thing is, so that's my grandmother on my mom's side. My grandfather on my dad's side, his birthday was on Tuesday. So Monday was like I allowed myself to feel. And I was, it'd be sad, y'all. Y'all be missing y'all loved ones that's not here. Like, right. When you have like them real hard ones, like, me and my grandma, we was like this. It was like this. So that was a little bit hard. But, Tuesday kind of helped to fill in a little bit of that, like, it filled me in a little bit. I'll just say that it was able to just kind of go and do that. And we was tripping, taking pictures. Nice. Like it was really, really a good time. And I mean, I think that was definitely the highlight for my week, for sure. Nice. For sure. So, Renita, I don't know if they ready for tonight's What Would You Do?
Am I ready for tonight's What Would You Do?
It's giving real like love after lockup.
That show one time.
If that makes sense. If that makes sense. So I think we can just go ahead. Let's get into
today's What Would You Do? Where we're talking about real situations with real people and offering real solutions.
I hate when they do that. I'll be like, ugh.
When you press the button.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be like, and 5-second delay. All right, so y'all, this is what would you do? It's giving real we TV. It's giving love after lockup, love during lockup.
Oh,
And for those that watch it, for those that know, they know. Okay, if you watch Love After Lockup, well, this is the vibe that is given. So let's go ahead and get into it. First of all, let me take a sip. I need to wet my whistle. Me and Renita up here tripping. She said she lit though. Let's have a good time. Okay. Do you need a refill?
No, I'm good.
I don't need nothing else.
I'm on the floor.
Okay. So here we go. Me. My friend's boyfriend is in jail, and she told us a few weeks ago that she's planning on marrying that man while he's in jail. He has been accused of murdering a 70-year-old man. My friend and this man have 2 young children together, and her mother doesn't approve of this marriage. Most of her friends don't either. Should we do something to make her change her mind? She's 25, and she can easily find a better candidate. What would you do?
Oh, Jesus.
Baby, not have none of my elderly friends or family around his ass. That's number one.
First of all, is it a shocker that her mother and her friends
don't approve
this person?
No, I think the shocker is that they actually want to like get involved, right? Like,
here's something I've learned in my 20s.
Tell it.
When it comes to the matter of the heart, you got to get that time, because eventually the person is going to realize this is not working for me, especially with her having 2 children. She's gonna feel that in the long run. And I feel like when it comes to the matter of the heart, when people love people, and it doesn't matter what you say, if they love that person, they love that person. So what you have to do is love them through their crazy decisions.
That part. Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm not. Let me just get into these comments. Jasmine said, "What the hell?"
Right.
With the very surprised emoji. What emotion is that? That's a surprise. She said, slap her in the back of the head. Baby lost. Baby is definitely lost. She said, I'm still in my 20s. She's slow.
She is, but the heart wants what the heart wants. Like, I feel like when it comes to love, logic is out the window.
She said, I cuss all my folks out. I don't care. I don't care. No, I mean, this is the thing. You can, if I'm just a firm believer of, well, I don't know. There's only a few people in my life that I will give unsolicited advice to, only because like we can do that with each other. Renita's one of them. I'll be like, I don't agree.
She does.
I don't think that that's the direction we should go. But you know, you have to be able to just keep your opinion out of it and just provide support. Everybody is here and we're responsible for our own stuff. So I can't make you do something you don't want to do, and you can't make me do nothing that I don't want to do. For me, it's kind of weird. And it's funny because a week or so ago, we were talking about the rapper Amaretta and how her guy has a 27-year bid. Jeez. And she's like, we engaged, like, woo, woo, woo. And I'm like, how?
But that's a culture thing, because I'm going to be a down girl for you. I'm going to prove that I got your back. And yeah,
Renita, I'll be honest with you.
You can't get time back.
I couldn't be with someone in jail. I couldn't be with someone in jail. I just couldn't do it unless I would cheat. I'm sorry. I mean, I know
you feel like there should be a clause at least.
Yeah, like if you're gonna let me kind of like get my swerve on the outside, I'm not locked up. So why should I?
But you know who I fought in situations like this? The person that's incarcerated. Because if you love that person enough, you wouldn't also put them in a jail for your duration. You would let them live their life. You wouldn't force them to stop their life for your poor decision.
That's right.
So I feel like it's on the person that's incarcerated too. Like, babe, I love you, but we no. I'm
gonna hold you down. I'm gonna make sure you got tissue, ramen, Doritos.
Live your life.
Live your life. Like, tissue. You can have a soft tissue, whatever the amenities that they offer you. Like, if we good. But it's just like that's a long time. Yeah. If he was accused of murdering a 70-year-old man, that's some time.
That's life.
So let me get into some of these comments. Yeah. Auntie Tracy says sometimes you have to let them make their mistakes. That's how you grow.
Exactly.
I agree. Jasmine said like gonna be with him if you want, but Mary, since you going too far, he probably getting life. I agree. Shanika, hey sis, that's my good sis. She said you got to live and grow when you grow. Okay. Jasmine said once you go to jail, this is no longer a relationship. I got commissary.
Exactly. I still got your back, but I'm gonna live my life.
Sending you hearts all the way from. Hey, look at the moon.
Monica did it with
C Murder,
and she loved him so much.
She do,
but she moved on with her life.
And she's like, I need some kids and stuff.
Sort of, but that's another story.
That's another topic for another day. Shanika said the 32-year-old me ain't doing it. The 21-year-old me probably would have.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's you know what, Shanika, honestly says, like, I wouldn't even do it at 21 because I would be like, what am I doing? Call me when you get out.
But let me be in love.
I don't know. She said, but life, he gonna die there. Oh, now he gonna die there.
I mean, it is life. She makes a point.
I mean, I think he is too. In this particular situation, Renita, what would you do? I'll let you give that, and then I'll give my take on it.
I mean, there's that responsibility as a loved one to speak your piece and try to save the person. So whether they take it or not, you love them through it anyway, is my opinion. Right. So I'm going to speak my piece. Matter of fact, I'm just going to ask you where you at in your head with this.
Yeah. Are you sick?
Let's be objective about this. And if they're adamant about it, just support them. Because we all make crazy decisions and nobody understands. So I just feel like support and love is better than like ostracizing them and making them feel a way about how they feel. What about you?
As far as what I would do, I would steer clear from any judgments in any of my conversations with that person. I would share some of, my concerns, be it solicited or unsolicited. Like, it sounds like that, when you use the word friend, I know friend gets thrown around very loosely, but when we think about the true meaning of a friend, you can tell your friend something that they may not agree with, that they may not understand. But if there's love and at the heart of it, it's friendship, hopefully if you say something, the friend won't take it in a negative space as you being judgmental or anything like that. So I would steer clear away from judgments. I would only say how I feel about it one time. For me, I get a little bit annoyed talking about the same issue several times. So for me, I can't do the whole bid with you and your dude. So it's like, if every time we talk it's something, oh girl, and I gotta go and do it, I'm a listen, but along the way, I might not be actively listening.
But at this point, he has life. So this is all she's going to talk about. So it's like you almost just listen and don't say anything.
Nothing. Bid it does.
Because this is her whole life.
And the fact that it's like she's only 25.
She's going to grow out. Give it time. I wish I knew her in real life.
Yeah.
And we could address this 10 years later, and I promise you.
I say even 3 years later. I'm sorry, because 25, I don't know about y'all, but what you need, girl? I need a hot girl. Oh, what you want, girl? Okay, like 25?
I said I'm giving her 10 years.
10 years?
I mean, she got kids. So that's a tie.
I'm scared of her. Renita said she going to get a girl 10 years. Well, I mean.
Yeah, she definitely needs that.
Hold on, wait. Let me get it. Wait, Auntie Tracy, she being smart. She said, if you have life in prison, right? I mean, that's true. That's true. People do be getting out, though. It's the laughing emojis for me. I can't. Shanika says she needs therapy. Yes, she does. She needs that and probably a little pastor or something. She need an outside boyfriend.
She need a pastor to date or a pastor to counsel her.
To counsel her. Counsel her spiritually. She need a pastor to counsel her spiritually, a therapist to help her holistically with her life, and then she need a little boyfriend. It just couldn't be me. It's so funny.
We never know.
I've joked with Anthony before. I'm like, look, don't get locked up. I mean, baby, I'm gonna hold you down because you my love, but we gonna have to have some real conversations. Because especially, don't go do no stuff that's gonna land you for life, fool. I'm sorry. Look, let's be real. Everybody has needs.
That's true, and they should have thought about what they did. But my thing is, if I love you enough, my husband shouldn't expect me to hold him down for life.
No,
he should send me divorce papers.
Yeah, I'll be like, oh, this is my manila folder y'all delivering. Thank you.
Right. He should send me divorce papers Even if I am insane, no, babe, you gotta go live your life. I messed up. Go live your life.
I think that's fair.
I think
it's
too.
fair.
And I'll still hold you down. I'll still visit you. I'll still whatever.
Yeah, keep you with updates. Hey, yo, people out here acting up. She said, "Let's be realistic. I need some." Yes, we all need that. Everybody needs a little therapy.
Why she can't get over life?
She said, "I think I see you tripping." She L-I-F-E.
Like, y'all don't understand what's happening.
No, we do get it. We get it, Auntie Tracy. That boy locked up for life.
I don't think this girl get it.
She said, "Have y'all seen that show For Life?" No, sis. What is it on?
Oh, I've seen it. It's really good.
What is it on?
It's not on right now. It's on Hulu.
Hulu. Oh yeah, I got Hulu. I got all that.
It's pretty dope. He was wrongfully convicted and he became a lawyer in jail. And I ain't gonna tell you the rest, but you should watch it.
It's a series.
Yes, 2 seasons. I don't know if it's coming back for a third, but it's really good.
Oh, child, you have to catch me season 1. Yes, no, it's For Life. Yes, Shanika, I will definitely. I'm gonna add it to my list of shows that I need to watch.
It's pretty good
because I still got to get into Snowfall. Bless my entire heart.
What?
I know. Don't judge me. Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself.
Okay.
All right, y'all. That was a good. What would you do? We're gonna take a really quick break. When I come back, we got what's happening. What's up? Okay, see y'all.
The Black Dollar Days initiative has officially kicked off. Make sure that you join founder Faye Porter in her mission in uplifting the Black community. You can join by registering your business or just replying that you're in and you're ready to be in on this initiative. Okay? Visit theblackdollardays.com and do what you need to do to be a part of this. Be a part of the change that you want to see. Make sure that you follow them on all social media and let them know that the Blueprint Media Company sent you. Time to get into what's happening and what's up in these streets. Let's get it.
You did that. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. If you're just joining me, make sure that you drop those businesses and say hey to my friend Renita. Okay, tonight's what's happening. What's up? I'm trying to get my bearings over here. Okay. So, number 1. For all my people that got student loans, guess what?
What?
It got pushed back to August. Woo!
Oh,
Thank you, Joe Biden, President Joe Biden. Girl, I just want him to let's just be done with 2022.
Why don't they just waive some of that off? The interest. If they take the interest off, that would help a lot.
They need to pause all of it.
Well, they are pausing it.
Well, no, so some of my loans, my government loans still had gotten like accrual of interest. So my whole thing is stop the interest.
Stop it now.
Stop the interest. So no, it's being extended until the loan repayment is being extended until August 2022. Originally it was supposed to be May. So he did go ahead and push it back a few months, which is good. I'm like, I don't know about you, but I'm gonna take that money and go hit the town. You know, I mean, for real. Okay. I was talking about it on the show a few weeks ago. At one point, I had 3 different student loans. I paid off one. I'm almost done paying off a second one. The federal ones, I'm gonna die with those. Put them in the casket because
you can forbear those for life.
Well, if you make payments for 20 years, you'll be okay. And I'm almost halfway through that. So,
and because I work with a educational institution, after 10 years, they'll wipe me out.
Pay attention to that though,
because I know it's a caveat.
They did a 60-minute special on that for when they were doing it for public service people, teachers and stuff like that, how the government had so many different things that they were doing to basically throw monkey wrenches in them actually getting it forgiven.
Why is nothing straightforward?
Nothing is straightforward this is the US government that we're talking about. Ugh. Shade, no shade.
Let's just stick with the good news.
Yeah, but the good news is, okay, so if you were paying almost over $200 for one like me, girl, I think the federal ones was like $236. And I don't even mind telling y'all because I'm like, y'all pay them too.
Right.
Yeah.
Shanika had a point.
What did she say?
For life. She did. He sent her divorce papers and she wouldn't sign.
Shanika said he got like, on the show. Yeah, okay. 50 Cent produced it. I know which one you're talking about. Okay. Okay. No, that one definitely looked interesting and I did not see it. But
she was dating a whole other person and still wouldn't sign it.
For real? No,
Yeah,
that's
let me
okay.
stop telling.
That's okay. So that was the first thing on what's happening, what's up. So for all of my turkey leg hut friends,
I've never been there.
I've never been either. It's in Houston. I've got it on my list of places to go. But girl, why they want $100 deposit
For what?
to eat there? Paid via Cash App.
Where are these turkeys coming from?
Slovakia.
Why is it so much?
So first off, I looked at the menu, and they have items where maybe the highest price one is like between $25 to $30. This is not, drinks of course are going to be a little expensive, but it's $100 deposit. It's a little outrageous, but see, this is the thing. This is the type of person I am, Renita, and you tell me if you like this too. If I want it, I'm gonna pay it. The part that really got me and upset me and my homegirls was them wanting the deposit via Cash App.
That's a little ghetto.
That's a little weird to me. I'm like, get you a payment processor. I need for the businesses, even our ones that are really, really popular, like Cash App, y'all already know they be with the scam-malicious.
But how do they confirm that? Like, so when you send Cash App, you don't get an automatic email that say, "Hey, here's your confirmation number." Why not even do it through PayPal? Because you can automate a message through that, can't you?
Because they probably don't want their little $3 taken or whatever.
If they don't go to Wix.com and make a real website where we could get some confirmations and stuff.
They have there's so many different booking sites and stuff like that where they can confirm things like Open Table, and like, I mean, my whole thing is, okay, I've been to the Wildfire in Chicago. I went with my Auntie Tracy. Shout out to her. Restaurant. That's my Auntie Tracy's favorite restaurant. Okay. And we went there, and I think the deposit for it was like $25 or $35. Okay, I'm comfortable with that because likely we're probably gonna spend anywhere to upwards to $200 in there. Right. So I don't mind paying you that, but $100 via Cash App, it sounds like a scam.
Is this actually them saying this?
No, this is legitimately them. That's their reservation policy.
Oh my!
That they've updated. So, and then this is the sad part about it. I hate when places get so much like buzz, and then people kind of kill the buzz for me because they're like, Turkey Hut ain't even that good. That's what they're trying to say. People that have gone, and people that are like avid. I go to Houston all the time. Like they're like, it ain't even worth the hype, and I'm like. But I want to try it though. Now y'all want $100. She said the Wildfire is the bomb.
It is. That's my favorite.
It is,
especially the martini flights.
Ooh.
Well, I'm wondering if the price the price of turkey from Slovakia has went up.
No, they didn't really get it from them.
I know, I'm joking.
I was like,
if that's a way for them to kind of supplement to pay for the hike in prices, that still doesn't make it good. But I'm saying I wonder if that's a justification.
So this is the thing. You have some people that may not drink, that if they go and they get a meal, it may be only half of that. What's the guarantee that you're going to get your money back? It's the Cash App part.
Oh, deposit, you get it back, or does it go towards your bill?
It goes towards your bill. So to me, it seems like it's like $100 turn, like, a quick turnaround. Like, let me get this $100. Because the likelihood of it, you probably gonna try. You like, well, shit, I done spent the $100 anyway. Might as well.
Right. I see what you're saying.
I don't know. It's just weird to me.
I'm gonna quit reading.
She said, my good friend lives there. She said they overhyping it now. Yeah, I agree.
That's what I'm talking about.
What kind of turkeys is that?
But here's the thing. Okay, what is an overrated restaurant in Chicago, overhyped restaurant in Chicago that you feel that people just make a big deal about though? Like we talking about Houston. I got one, but I don't know.
I have one that was Kitchen Cocktails.
I've never been there. I heard it was good.
I liked it, but for and my whole thing is I don't mind taking myself out to go and have a nice luxury meal. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't that. Because I think when I went to Kitchen and Cocktails with one of my girlfriends, and I spent probably about $130. We had an appetizer, a meal, and a drink.
Oh my!
One drink. gratuity and all that other stuff was added in there. I'm like, okay, cool. You know, I'm like, I'm okay with that. Again, I don't have a problem with fine dining experience. My problem is that if you're gonna charge me over $100 something for a meal, I need you to at least give me adult portions. I'm not a young man, baby. I'm like, I'm a grown woman. You know, the lamb chops, my girlfriend got the lamb chops, they was skimpy. You know, my whole thing is just like, look, live up to your height.
Right.
I don't care about spending the money. I'll go and spend $200 on a meal if that's what I feel like I'm in the mood to do, but at least make it worth my while and don't
give me a bang for my buck.
And then for them to say that the turkey leg hut is not even all that good like that, and y'all taking money through Cash App, it's just giving ghetto to me.
Yeah.
That's it. She said the food should be outstanding.
Exactly.
I agree. Now, Renita, remember I told you that Zeewiththetea had dropped off some tea in my teapot today.
Ooh.
So, in light of the Will Smith stuff that we were talking about during tonight's Hate It and Love It, Jada Pinkett Smith allegedly wishes Will didn't slap Chris Rock. I'm not a woman who needs protecting, is what an alleged source said that came from Jada Pinkett.
Now, this is the problem that America is having with Jada Pinkett. Although Will Smith, we're great that he was protecting Black women, a lot of people feel that she is not worth protecting. Have you seen that floating around?
I have.
They said that she has publicly humiliated him on several occasions. They even brought up the letter that Zillow released that she wrote to Tupac wishing he was still alive so her mama could be happy. So, although I'm all about protecting Black women, America, the people are not Jada Pinkett does not. Everybody feels like she is the toxic one, and she is the reason that he reacted the way that he reacted.
She's definitely toxic as hell.
Yeah, and that's how I'll say about that.
You know, for me, okay, so and keeping it 100% real, and we, you know, and I talked about this even when we spoke about it when everything first happened. Protecting your spouse is something that's mutual.
Right.
It's a mutual thing. So for me, if it were Anthony and I, we were sitting there and I knew, you know, for one, you can tell your spouse's temperament without even having to speak. Those that are as in tune as they try to portray to the public. Okay, let's just say that. So you know if they finna get on some da 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 da, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know if it's about to turn up. Could you say that about Derek? That if you could feel his temperature change.
So I would grab him though. A lot of people faulted her when she saw him get up. She should know him better than anybody. Why didn't you yell or grab or get his attention?
I personally just would have. Hey. Well, you know, they would have. I would have rather for them to have her trying to maybe de-escalate the situation, because he was doing it on her behalf.
And
know?
She laughed. Did you see the video?
I did. I'm like, she wasn't leaning forward like that because she was crying. That was a kiki. That was a kiki laugh. So for her to not have even acted in that moment, okay, cool. I understand. You were just as shocked as we were, Jada. We get it. But if you said that, oh, I don't need to protect, I don't need this, or whatever the case is, it's just like, you're not going to let this man live nothing down.
No, that's why people felt like she wasn't worth protecting. That, I think it was because of who he was protecting that made it worse, because she's done nothing but humiliate him. But here's what I love about Will. I love you anyway. He loves her. I'm not sure about
if
the
she
other way
loves
around,
him,
but he loves her.
I think he's in love with her. I think she loves him, but she's not in love with him.
Well, she said that's her best friend. But the same look Will had on his face at the Oscars was the same look he had at the Red Table Talk when they was talking about entanglements.
Defeated. He looks like a defeated man to me.
She's castrated him.
She has. And my whole thing is like, he's going to continue to be the butt of every joke. Like, did you see Saturday Night Live?
Nope, I refuse.
I don't watch it, but it was actually really funny.
Y'all not going to talk about my uncle.
This is the thing. I love me some Will Smith too, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. All right, let's go ahead. Y'all want to say it? Y'all. I'm gonna make up some people mad. I like Will Smith still. I do.
I love Uncle Will.
I do. I don't. My whole thing is that, because I tell you what, we all have chapters that we don't want read out loud. We all have. Everybody has snapped out, has acted in a way that was not becoming of them. They embarrassed themselves. I mean, whatever it is, we've all had at least one moment where we weren't who everybody thinks we are. Okay, because he's a public figure. So go ahead.
No, but here's the thing, and everybody's commending Chris Rock, saying he's the bigger person. He's the bigger person. However, Chris Rock has been diagnosed with a nonverbal learning disability, which is kind of like a form of Asperger's, meaning that it takes him a minute to process what happened. So the reason why he bounced back so quick is because he literally did not understand what happened. It's going to take him weeks and months to really process what happened. So people like his brother and everybody, well, that wouldn't have been me. That wouldn't have been me.
Who is Tony Rock? I mean, he's a comedian. We know who he is.
I mean, it's his brother. I get it. He's upset, but my thing is, Chris is still processing it, and Chris don't even want to talk about it yet because I saw the segment. He was in the comedy show, because his brain literally has not processed it. So everybody's like, "Well, he was the bigger person." No, he don't know what happened yet.
It was a delay.
If he did not have what he had, he might have slapped him back.
I believe that,
because that's a normal reaction, right?
Yeah,
that would have been a fight.
But the sad part about it is when you watch the video, you could tell I don't think that anybody saw the fact that when he walked up on that stage, that's what he was about to do.
That's the thing, because it was Will Smith.
Yeah. And my whole thing is, if he would have walked up and been like, hey, y'all, we're not going to get down on nobody that's suffering from hair loss, you know what I'm saying? Alopecia. He could have got up there and made it a whole infomercial about how to help people that have different things.
He's at his wit's end. He was raised in an abusive home.
Yeah.
So something triggered him that turned him into the one person he didn't want to be like, his dad.
Yeah.
And that's the psychology behind it.
Yeah.
And so when we snap. We all have triggers. We all have something that happened that makes us act totally out of character. And my thing, everybody that has put their head down or their nose up at him have some type of publicity thing or some type of public humiliation. Correct. And this man has been upstanding for how many years? He does one thing and he's canceled. And then they use words like, well, Mike Epps might take over the Netflix shows because we need a family friendly man.
Not him not being family friendly, and he just stuck by this old jigaboo.
Talk about his wife.
Look, don't slap me now. Don't slap. But my whole thing is, I said, to get back to my original point. I'm sorry. No. It wasn't because it meant to go. It was supposed to go there. We supposed to have each other's back. If she actually, because I said allegedly, okay, no, we don't want no Tasha K shit going on. Right. That allegedly, if she said she wished that he didn't do it, and that she didn't need protecting, that was something that wasn't even necessary. You leaving him further out to be attacked at this particular point from the media, from, friends and family and all of these people that, it's like his image is already, unfortunately, it's tarnished at this point. And I believe that it is salvageable because it's Will Smith.
We forgave Kanye.
They welcomed him back so quick. I'm just like, so y'all just let everybody in the barbecue.
I love Kanye, but I'm just saying.
I mean, I love him too, but he had got to a point where he's just like, no, I only do sushi, and it's just like, oh, okay, well, come back when you're ready.
He a Gemini.
Okay.
You want to know the worst thing about this story is?
What?
I did see an advertisement of them talking about this on the Real Table Talk. I swear to God.
What?
This better not reach the Real Table Talk.
What?
You know what's destroying the family? That Red Table Talk. That Red Table. Just throw the table out.
Yeah. I need her to just go back. I'm like, girl, you was the girl off Set It Off that dude had did it with, and leave it alone. We're done, Jada. We're done. We're done with the foolishness. I'm sorry. I don't mean to say nothing bad. My whole thing, I don't like to see people leave their spouse ass out.
Especially when he just put his
life,
his whole reputation.
Think about, I want y'all, honestly, anybody that's tuning in with me right now, anybody that's going to be tuning in later on, I want you right now in this moment to go back in your mind and think about every Will Smith movie. Every movie. Think about how he played Ali. I Am Legend, okay? Independence Day. This man has a plethora of things. He's always done good. And on the one night that he was about to finally receive his flowers, that happened. My heart hurt for him because I'm just like, Miss Storm was just talking about it on the interview about how it's like, you going through things and you push. Look at how much stuff he didn't push through.
And how many rumors he didn't let slide off his back. This was accumulation of things. This wasn't just that one thing. I think Chris Rock kind of just tipped it over. And he was just doing his job. That's the
Being
thing
a husband.
about him. He was just reading the teleprompter.
I want to know who wrote the joke. He like, come on, that's a good one. And they like, the room is like, okay. But so okay, in more ridiculous news, because hold on. Oh, let me get some comments real quick. Okay, so he said, because I wanted her incident, but she not supporting him. That's disgusting. Me too. Absolutely. My wife is supposed to support too. Good, bad, and ugly. I agree. And Ashay said, oh, he cold-blooded as an actor and singer.
Yes, he is. And as a person.
He didn't even curse in his songs. No.
He has a good heart. I'm just so sad. But we can talk about this.
Girl, The Pursuit of Happiness. Like when I tell you had me crying. Like
I never saw it.
You didn't see The Pursuit of Happiness? I'm sorry.
You knocked me over.
Girl, I had to let you know. Y'all ain't seen The Pursuit of Happiness? All right, get to it. Put that on your list. I'm telling you, Renita, it's a scene. I'm gonna tell you this. It's a scene in a train station bathroom. Will break your goddamn heart. I don't care how you could be the stone cold, never cry at a movie in your life. And if that don't break you down, or just at least get you to a place like, damn, I feel what you're going through.
My favorite to this date, favorite Will Smith out of all his stuff, because I love him.
Yes.
So I need to watch Pursuit of Happiness.
I love him.
It was the Fresh Prince episode when his dad.
Iconic.
I cry every time I've seen that episode. I believe it.
I be having big tears. Big tears.
Right.
They be like the
That's
size
why I
of
wished
diamonds.
on Bel Air they really would have just captured, but can't nobody do that like Will Smith.
He was hurt.
That was real emotion from his real. That's what I'm saying. He put his life in his work.
He does. Did you know that scene that they filmed with him and Uncle Phil, like that was like unscripted? That was his real.
Because Uncle Phil, the actor, talked to him and was like, "Do you want to be a real actor?" And he started making him bring up emotion. So I think that sometimes, and I talk about false positivity, where people just want to be positive all the time, and that's good to be positive, but you can't be positive to the point where you're just erasing reality and you're not dealing with reality. Sometimes it's okay to not be okay. Sometimes it's okay to discard positivity if you just need that minute to just get that out.
Yeah.
And sometimes too much positivity is toxic.
I agree.
You got to get that out.
I agree. She just was telling me that this week, y'all.
Anyway, I'm done preaching.
Will Smith, we love you. Chris Rock, we love you. Jada.
Yeah, I love Chris Rock. He's one of my favorite comedians.
Question mark on Jada. All right. So in Phoenix, Arizona, a man on a Southwest flight is facing charges and a lifetime ban from the airline after allegedly masturbating next to a female passenger for an hour during a flight from Seattle to Phoenix, according to federal documents. Antonio Sherrod McGarity is accused of the lewd acts happening on April 2nd on Southwest Flight 3814. Okay. Female passenger told the FBI that McGarity began to pleasure himself shortly after takeoff. When she got photo evidence of him in the act, she also alleged she saw him lick his fingers clean at one point. Antonio, what's up? Like what? So we just gonna jag on there?
On the bathroom?
She said he started right at takeoff. Like takeoff is intense. Like I'm not.
Some people, to his defense, some people masturbate to release tension. So maybe because I'm over it. Okay.
Renita, baby, no, you was not supposed to be jagging off on no one.
I get that, but I'm saying some people have like that's their defense mechanism. But I'm trying to figure out he needs to know the right proper place to do that.
Yeah, like your house,
or in the airplane bathroom.
At takeoff, though, is that what it said? It said takeoff.
Yeah,
Mr. McGarity.
I tried.
Ew. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Your cousin. Hey, Renita. She said yuck.
I tried.
Girl, I'm releasing the tension. Girl, if you don't wait till you get to your hotel room.
I'm just saying.
Somebody get him a stress ball or something. He needs a banana. He needs something. My whole thing is, Renita, for me, I would not be able to deal with that. Like, she said it happened for an hour.
The fact that she sat there for an hour, as soon as you'd have pulled yourself out, I'd have been like, wait.
Because I'm going to stand up. Flight attendant. He has his cock out. And I feel uncomfortable. I would have put him on blast. Straight up. Hey, so you just really finna do this?
So she was being polite because she didn't want to stop the flight. She had somewhere to go.
Maybe he got a little disability too. Now that's another thing. Because I tell you what, when I used to work in the cellars, they would definitely do some ludicrous things in that house. And I actually had I had a house with 5 males. So yeah, you'll catch them, doing the little things and whatever the case is. And I'm just like, hey, you could do whatever you want to do, but we're going to do it in private. So you can go to your room if you would like to pleasure yourself. And I would let them know, Renita, you think I'm joking. I had men ranging from, I think my youngest guy was like 30 something. And I was in my 20s at the time. I'm like, hey. Take that in your room. Do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not just finna leave from the kitchen because this was their home. So we went and we helped them in their home. You not just finna just pull it out while you're in the family room. This is the family room. You have to take that to your bedroom or to the restroom. You have to pleasure yourself in private. That's not appropriate. So the only way that Antonio could get away with this is if he had some type of disability. But if Antonio didn't have nothing going on and he was in his right mind, Mr. McGarrity.
He was banned, so clearly it's not
a lifetime ban. United and all the rest of them should call suit too. Tracy said, ring the call like, Tracy, I'm not about to sit next to no man that I don't know that's doing that.
But she don't want the flight to be canceled or delayed. That's probably why she just went along with it. That's why I'm thinking, like, I gotta get home or get.
Because honestly, I could see that. Let me see what Bernita's talking. She said he needs to get off the plane. I would have cussed him out. Right. He would have at least had a good talking to, sis. Like
he would have when it landed because I'm not finna be sitting in the airport waiting on the.
This would have been me across the. You want to switch because he jagging off over here. He's touching himself over here.
Ma'am, do you want Sprite? No, I want a napkin. Do you see what he's doing over there?
I would like for him to go to sleep. Do you have an Ambien for this fool? He's jagging off on the plane. Yes, and I said jagging off. That's old school for those that didn't know. Okay, last thing on what's happening, what's up. So guess what, y'all? Do y'all like Twitter? Yeah. They about to have an edit button.
What? Finally?
Damn. Why are they? Them and TikTok are the only 2 apps that don't have an edit button.
And it aggravates me.
Because I'm like, I forgot a hashtag I wanted to use.
Yes. Or I misspell stuff.
Yeah, it'd be the grammar be all off. We all do it sometimes.
But Twitter only give you 1 sentence, so it's like that sentence has to be perfect. People's gonna notice the typos.
I'm done. So that's what's happening. What's up? I think that we can go ahead and move into tonight's topic. What you think?
I think so too.
Now it's time for the Blueprint Live's topic of the day. Let's get into it.
Okay, so today's topic, whatever, day, night, I don't know where you are. Would you ever issue your partner an ultimatum?
Quick answer, no. If I gotta do all that, I don't need to be with you.
I have a different stance. So for me, okay, I think that sometimes ultimatums, ultimatums, expectations, and things of that sort. I feel like that they're like cousins, right? They like, oh, we're all at the same house. We're playing at grandmother's house. I think that sometimes like with ultimatums, of course, it gets like a negative type of thing, but I feel like that there are some instances where if you vocalize what it is that you need within that moment, it's like, where do you draw the line of it being like an expectation or something that you're expressing that you would like from your partner to an ultimatum?
But that's different because ultimatum is you do this or else. Expectation is a conversation, a compromise. That's why I often feel like ultimatum, you put me in a corner. Like, I don't like ultimatums, so I don't give people those.
Yeah.
But I expect you to do. Can you not do this in the future? Can we compromise and we work with them? But not if you don't do this, then or else,
Well, because so that Anthony will probably say I gave him an ultimatum.
Did it work?
Yeah. Well, I didn't like come at him really like bad, but we have been together for a while, and I'm just like, look, I'm like, we've been doing this, I'm like, there's been so much growth, so many different things in our life, I'm like, if this is not something that you want to do, that's fine. But I need you to know that as a result, I'm gonna have to step away. So it wasn't like you better do this, I'm not, but it's just more so like, let's open up and have the conversation of, if this is not something that is genuinely what you want to do, I'm not going to continue to be able to participate. Now, some may take that and be like, that it's an ultimatum. So it's like, is it the delivery that changes it from, I'm letting you know that this is what it is if things are not able to change, or not? Like,
that's a good perspective. Now, that's a soft ultimatum, because every time I hear about ultimatum, I feel like it's
real hard.
Yeah, but I like that. Okay, so maybe I will change my answer a little bit, because I did that to my husband.
Yeah.
We was broken up for a year. And we used, like, he wanted to know about, like, when he came back, about the relationship. And I said, well, I'm a pro at being your girlfriend, so I don't want to be that anymore. So we could continue to be friends,
period,
until you want to be something else. And next thing I know, he had proposed, but I didn't see that as an ultimatum. But as you're talking, maybe I did do that.
As I've, I haven't really I don't mind talking about it with y'all. I'm like, hell, we've been together for 11 years. So I'm like, right. If you gonna go, you gotta go. But that could be seen as, okay, you just kind of put it out there. But I'm like, how is that an ultimatum when all I said is that, you know what, this is what I need, want, and desire at this time? Because as you are with somebody, things change. You change. You know what I'm saying? You need more, or you need less, whatever it is that happens. But I should be able to vocalize what I need and let you know that if you can't offer that to me, I can't hold it against you. But I also don't have to stay locked into the situation, which could seem very extreme or dramatic. But it's like, is it really, when all I'm doing is expressing what it is that I need at that time?
No.
I don't know. It's a weird space. So, I think...
Is it how you present it then?
It's got to be the delivery. It's got to be either the delivery, or either like the extent of the circumstances of what could come if they don't do what it is that you need.
But if you don't want to do that, then that's fine. I'm just gonna have to move on. So that is technically an ultimatum.
It's an ultimatum.
Dang.
So that's why I say I have a little bit of a different perspective, because it's like, yeah, I can say that, even, and not even just like, I've been with Anthony for 11 years, but even before then, I'm like, hey, what's going on right now ain't cool. You feel me? And did you see the look of concern on my face? That's how I was looking. I'm like, hey, you can't, that's not right. I'm not at a place where I can accept that. So either we can meet halfway, and maybe you can do this, because you don't want to change somebody, but then you got to make sure that, like, we got to be able to love each other or deal with each other in a way where both people understand. You can love me the way that you need to, but also make it make sense to me, and vice versa.
I kind of be on my Samantha. You used to watch Sex and the City, and Samantha, when she broke up with people, she would say, I love you, but I love me more. So I've always kind of been on that. If it comes to the fact where you're doing too much, I'll let you know you're doing too much, and I'll just pull away. But I never saw that, like, you know what, you're doing too much, so until you figure this out, I'm going to just go over here, on this side. So, yeah. Do you consider that an ultimatum? Like, because I could technically not come back if you keep up with this foolery.
You know what? This is the thing, Renita. I don't. And I think that people that try to make ultimatums or things like that a problem, I think that it just has such a negative connotation.
It does.
And, and actually, I like what Renita said. She said, is how you approach the situation.
Exactly.
So if I'm rah-rah, like, either you're going to do this or you got to go, that's different than, what? These are the things that I need. And if you are at a place where it's not feasible for you, I have to remove myself.
Okay, fair.
I would assume that it's the delivery. It would have to be, because what else could it be that it's like if you say something a certain type of way that it's not looked at as, oh, she gave me an ultimatum if I ain't do X, Y, and Z,
Right.
I don't know.
I like your perspective. So I guess I would.
Sometimes they necessary, because I tell you what, if I get with you and then you start smoking crack, I'm gonna let you know. If you don't start smoking crack, I'm finna go. So I don't mean to. I don't mean to. I know that that's extreme. But my okay. So with the would you ever issue your partner an ultimatum? What is the extent of the circumstances where an ultimatum is actually the way to go? Because ultimatums came from somewhere.
Well, everybody has different deal breakers. Like some women, like if they husband cheat on them, they'll still forgive them and go through. You know, like it's certain. Everybody got a deal breaker. Yeah. Everybody got different deal breakers. So
yeah,
I think it depends on what you just absolutely will not tolerate.
Cheating, drugs, and money. Don't do that to me.
I just don't like lying. I'm very simple.
Yeah, so tell me the truth, even if it hurts. You know, like just let me know. I don't know. I mean, I definitely want to hear your thoughts. You know, Renita, she's spicy. She got some stuff to say. Okay. Well, you know, we've reached that time in the night.
I know I took you longer than normal, didn't I?
I don't care. I don't. Renita's in the house. Period. Shout out to you know, if you missed the show or you're just tuning in, we come on at 9 p.m. Eastern time and 9 p.m. Eastern time.
Isn't it?
And 9 p.m. Eastern time in Jersey, Philly, and on Fluent Radio. So yeah, make sure you tune in. All right, so y'all already know what time it is.
Thank you so much for all of my listeners for tuning in. And now it's time for the quote of the night.
Wait, what you talking about? Renita over here saying stuff to me. And I just want to let y'all know. Hold on, let me get in these comments real quick. We got a couple comments from our topic. Ma said, yes, I've done ultimatums depending on situations and circumstances.
Okay.
Great perspective. Kim said, I love the show. Zay needs a therapist. Okay. So let me get into tonight's quote of the night. I hope that this is something that will speak to your spirit. One thing I realize is that everything ends up working out, sometimes even better than you can imagine. Remember this when you're in a hard place or feel like you're being challenged the most. Believe in where you're heading. Okay. Renita and I, we spoke earlier a little bit in the show about just how things kind of can knock you back a little bit, right? You know, and just that, how even we were having our own little trials and tribulations and things that we were going through. For me this week, it was grief.
Same here. The
grief had really settled in and was trying to manifest into something that was not that. But, you know, Renita, she said it in the show as far as it's okay to not be okay. And those words really spoke to me this week. It did. And, you know, but I know with the life's mission that I'm on, that you're on, that we're all on, that you got to get in those times, but see the light at the end of the tunnel. So if that was a word that spoke to you, I really hope that it did. Before I close out, I do want to get into these comments real quick. She said, love you, ladies. Love you too. Kim, I received this, baby. I'm sending it to you, baby. Believe in where you heading, period. Ma said, yes, I received that quote and preach. Hey, we trying to do what we can. Before we close it out, Renita, let them know how they can follow you and how we can support.
www.beyourownkind.com. All of my, and then on Instagram, be_yourownkind. Subscribe to the email listing so that you can keep up with all of the fantastic updates that we have and all the content and everything. I have so much stuff going on in the future, and so I would love for you guys to be a part of that. So thank you, MzMetchi, for not only having me on your show, but thank you for your friendship and thank you for your honesty. Because that's needed. You don't need somebody that's just going to agree with everything you say or do. Yeah. You need somebody that's going to light a fire up under your butt. So I thank you for those times that I want to blow the fire out and you just ignite it even higher. So thank you for that.
Here's the flame. Yes. I got you. Always. And I'm, you know what? I'm thankful for your friendship and for your sisterhood. I mean, you know, Renita, people be around us and they think that we've known each other for years and years and years. And it's been a few years now.
About 2.
2, yeah. I'm saying about 2 and a half. I don't know. It's a minimum of 2. But needless to say, it's just like, you know what? When it's real, it's real. You my dog for sure.
Yes.
I want to thank everyone for tuning in, and especially my special guest, Miss Storm, y'all. She is definitely someone that you need to know. For my artists that are listening in, if you don't know about publishing your music and getting it out there, getting connected with the proper licenses and doing things of that sort, I need you all to reach out to her. She has a whole business that's dedicated to helping you. Y'all need some fine girls in your videos? She is also one of your go-tos. So I need you all to go and make sure that you support and listen to Quicksand. It's available on all platforms. Definitely.
For sure.
Make sure that you're following me, your girl, MzMetchi, on all platforms at MzMetchi. Okay. And make sure that you're following the Blueprint Media Company at the BP Media Co. That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of that stuff. Okay. And make sure y'all following us on TikTok too.
Yes.
Because that's where it's really lit at.
It is. We be doing a lot of production.
And Snapchat. I've been getting into Snapchat lately.
I do not know Snapchat.
I like Snapchat.
I don't understand.
It's really good.
I am too old for it.
Before we go, I have to thank my amazing sponsors. Shout out to Tax Strategy, Fiya Infusions, okay, Black Dollar Days, as well as Paris Ice Bar, okay. And if you haven't already, make sure that you're shopping Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. I got the shades, the accessories, all the things that you need, and I got a few things for the guys too. So y'all make sure y'all check it out. Next week it's gonna be a pretty lit show. It's per usual. That's new. That's slang. But no, I love y'all, and it's been real. I want you all to have a great night. Be blessed. Be safe. And she said, awesome show, ladies.
Thank you, Tasha.
We love you. We
My
love
twin.
you. Yes, she is. They literally look alike, y'all. I love it. But no, y'all have a good one, and see you next time. Bye.
Bye.